heartbeat. Majestic mountains high, in every drop of rain. All of this just shows me how much you love me. I am amazed by your beauty and your bounty. I am amazed by your constant care for me. I am amazed by your beauty and your bounty. I am amazed by your endless grace for me. In every drop of dew, the rustling of the leaves, the chirping of the birds, a perfect symphony. Smell of the flowers, the richness of the soil, the sweetness of the fruit that satisfies. I am amazed by the symphony of your creation. I am amazed by your omnipresence. I am amazed by your beauty and your bounty. I am amazed by your endless grace for me. From a firefly to a shooting star, to the song a cricket sings, from the raging seas to the placid lakes, to the bubbling of the stream, from the rays I feel from the rising sun to the stillness of the night. I am amazed by your beauty and your bounty. I am amazed by your constant love for me. I am amazed by your beauty and your bounty. I am amazed by your beauty and your bounty.
Hi, are we all online on this Thursday? Yes. Welcome to Stories for a Better Normal every Thursday. Akala ba nyo 13 weeks lang o isang season gaya ng television? This started during the pandemic when we could not go out of our houses and we could not go to our workplaces, but we had to reach out to everybody and tell them, teach them how to adapt, how to survive and thrive. And that is the mandate of the Climate Change Commission, our partner in this webinar, which is on Zoom Live and Facebook Live. Tatanungin nyo, ano ba yung better normal? Hindi pa maganda bumalik na tayo sa dati? Naku, hindi po. Ayaw natin ng pagsasalanta sa kapaligiran. Ayaw natin ng traffic. Ayaw natin ng pagwawalang respeto sa ating kalikasan. Ayaw natin ng nasisira ang micro-enterprises. Ayan. Kaya dito pumapasok ang pottery. Tatanungin nyo sa akin, ano naman ang koneksyon ng pottery sa climate change? Ano ang koneksyon ng ceramics at clay? Ano ang koneksyon ng mga taga-antike at taga-sagada? Ay, mahabang koneksyon yan. Yung tinatawag po na deadly trio. Ano na naman sinasabi ni Lauren, deadly trio? Mula sa better normal, naging deadly trio. Okay, better normal muna. The only way to recover from this pandemic is following the climate pathway. Ibig sabihin, ang ating pag-akma ng ating pang-araw-araw na buhay ay dapat ayon sa ating climate change adaptation na baguhin na natin ang ating dating buhay. Magtanim ng gulay, maging malinis sa kapaligiran, sundin ang mga alituntunin ng weather warnings, early warning system, mag-segregate ng basura at suportahan ang ating mga vulnerable rural livelihoods. Wow, buzzwords. What are this? Resilient livelihoods. You know that 99% of our Philippine economy are micro and small enterprises. Kaya nga ho, ako'y gumawa ng batas no ako'y nasa Senado, yung MSME law, micro, small, and medium enterprises. And most of this are in the rural areas. And why do we call it deadly trio? Ito po ang nagdudulot ng mas masamang kondisyon ng pagbabago ng klima. The support to the aspects I will talk about briefly are called the deadly trio, which can exacerbate climate change. What are these? Urban governance. Pag hindi sinusunod ang mga building code, pag ating tinatapon ang basura maski saan lang sa open dumps na outlawed, pag hindi tayo sumusunod sa alituntunin ng mga batas na ginawa ko, clean air, clean water, solid waste management, etc. So that's poor urban governance can lead to worse impacts of climate change. Second, ecosystems decline. Ano na naman itong decline ng ecosystems? Yung pagwalang bahala sa lawa, karagatan, ilog, at kabundukan. If we keep on chopping trees, if we throw our solid waste on our waterways, obviously, you know what's going to happen. Kaya nangyayari ang mga bagyo at impact gaya ng sa Ulysses, kalbo na ang kabundukan. Kaya nangyari ang Ondoy long ago, barado ang waterways. Ang pangatlo sa deadly trio, ano po yon? Itong pag-uusapan natin. Resilient livelihoods. Ito po yung mga kabuhayan sa kanayunan. Pati na rin sa urban centers, lalo na ngayon pandemic, online, maraming negosyong, maliliit na negosyo. Ang ganda niyan, nakakatulong. Yan ay community-based, community-managed, iba pa ay home-based. At itong papakita natin ngayon. At pati na rin, university-based. Kaya ang University of Antique ay kasama natin ngayon. Kaya mula sa Mountain Province, mula sa Cordillera hanggang sa Panay ay kasama natin. So thank you Climate Change Commission, thank you Institute for Climate and Sustainable Cities, thank you Climate Reality Philippines, and thank you Mother Earth Foundation and Department of Agriculture and DepEd for this collaboration to bring to our people all the elements of climate change adaptation. Para tong sobrang init kayo ng araw na ito o yung sobrang ginaw nung Desyembre ay maagapan natin para din ang ating pag-akma sa pamumuhay sa panahon ng COVID, maiiwasan ang sakit. So, what are we talking about today? Resilient livelihoods. How have these creative, skilled workers, people, young and middle-aged, have adopted their lifestyle to COVID? Paano sila nag-create sa panahon ng pandemic? We have a young Antiqueña with us. I'm so amazed by her work. And she hails from Libertad in Antique. That's in North Antique, right beside my hometown of Pandan. Katabi rin yan ng Tibiao sa North. At yan ay North Antique Protected Area. At Libertad, at kami sa Antique, ay mayaman ang lupa, ang clay. Now, she's based in Manila, but she's inspired by the lineage of her forebears, and she's very creative. Cheryl Ebon Martinez, Oryoki Handmade Pottery. Una, siya'y mahilig sa tsaa at nag-explore kami ng possibility. In fact, I hope she received the report of the provincial agriculturist Nick Calawag on vacant land in Antique where tea can be planted para meron tayong tea plantation na mag-benefit din ang ating mga farmers para din mag-diversify tayo. So she is first and foremost a tea sommelier. Medyo hindi ko pa po masyadong maintindihan yan. Papaliwanag sa atin ni Cheryl ano ba yung sommelier, who founded a tea brand called Teavolution 6 years ago. Pero yung passion niya for tea-related events or home-based work led her to study pottery, yung ginagamit niya sa tsaa. And at the height of the pandemic, the pandemic has brought about so many creative industries, including the home-based industry of this young woman. She used to work in the Senate, and now she's an entrepreneur and an artist. Now a ceramicist ba ang tawag, or a potter. She specializes in making handcrafted tea wares. Naku, sana nandito ko sa katabi ko, kaya lang sa workplace ko ito. So we have Cheryl. Say hello, Cheryl.
Good morning, Deputy Speaker. Mayad-ayad din ng aga.
Thank you for
the invitation.
Okay, akyat mo ng konti yung teapot mo. Pakita mo sa amin. Ayan, ang
So,
ganda.
I was going to reveal this later pa.
Ay, sorry, nakunahan. Sige. Papakilala ko yung iba.
Yes.
Ayun. Teka, dyan ka lang.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You look even younger now than the Senate days. From Antique, I bring you to Sagada. And I will tell you this. Long before I owned an Antique pottery, I owned a Sagada pottery. My chief of staff, who has since passed away, is from Mountain Province, from the Cordillera, from Bontoc. And she brought me long ago to Sagada, to the potters of Sagada. So I'm so happy we have a Sagada potter. Sigrid Bangyay is a ceramic artist and a native of Sagada, Mountain Province. Sigrid started making stoneware at age 21 and has practiced the craft for 20 years. Ginagamit niya local clay and glaze ingredients, and the work has been displayed in galleries, including Ayala Museum, the Pinto Gallery, Workhouse Art Center in Virginia, and in exhibits with Art in the Park, Maarte Fair, and the Hobby Fair. We have Sigrid Bangyay. Hi, Sigrid, are you there? Kamustang internet mo dyan sa Cordillera, Sigrid?
Mabuti naman po. Good morning po sa lahat.
Ay, Sigrid, ikaw ba yung pinuntahan ko 20 years ago or 30 years ago o baka iba yon?
Ako po yun, ma'am.
Aba, grabe ang ating reunion.
Opo.
Imposibleng ikaw, ba't bata ka pa rin? Ako tumanda na.
Hindi, ako po yun, ma'am. You came the same workshop.
Yung the same workshop kasama ni
Opo.
Yvonne Geston, yung aking yumaong chief of staff na taga Bontoc, at yung sa tabi ng daan, yung workshop mo.
Opo, ma'am. Opo.
Ay,
It's,
natutuwa ako sa'yo. Mag-akyat, pakita mo nga ng isang pottery mo.
ito po,
Ayan.
ma'am.
Bulol ang gawa mo. Okay, we will get back to you later. Kasama din natin si Anacleto Amar, presidente ng AMABA Association kang mga maninihon sa Barangay Bandoha, Tibiao, Antique. Ayan, 20 taon nang gumagawa ng bricks. Si Bebot o Anacleto, natuto siya ng brick making at nagko-conduct ng training ang local resource management ng provincial government. 8 taon na siyang presidente ng AMABA na may 27 active members. Gusto ko malaman kay Mr. Amar kung dyan ba sa Tibiao yung natulungan ko sa paggawa ng brick making facility? Kasama ba natin siya? Yes, Anacleto. Sana malakas ang cell site sa Tibiao. Kung hindi pa makapasok ang Tibiao, we will have them later. We also have LC. Malakas. Very good. Yes. Nasa Tibiao po kayo.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning nga pala.
Mayad nga aga. Mayad nga aga. Yes.
Okay.
Yung ating bang, kasi alam ko, nagtayo ako ng brick making facility, malaki, sa DTI Shared Services Facility sa UA sa Sibalum. Pero sa Tibiao ba, nakapaglaan din tayo ng pondo through another government agency? Nakatulong tayo sa mga brick makers?
Mayroon po tayong dalawang na put up na ano doon na na shuttle ng pottery
Pottery.
na under sa CSF ng funded by DTI. Tapos
Yes.
na yun at ready to test firing.
Okay.
Kaya hinintay lang namin yung ng advice ng DTI region. At mayroon naman ngayon na under ng DOST, TDI, ongoing ang paggawa nun.
Okay, yan ang
For
tinatanong ko.
construction.
Very good. Sige, mamaya po, ipapaliwanag nyo sa amin lahat. Kasama din natin si Alvin Obrique, ang galing, potter sa Barangay Bari, Sibalom, Antique. Gusto ko malaman mo na kay Alvin, bumili ako ng mga clay pots noong 2019. Kaya ang gumawa noon, 10 taong gulang pa lang si Alvin, nang matutong maghubog ng putik. Ang una niyang ginawa ay chicken feeder. Ano kayang chicken feeder? Gusto ko matuto yan. Ang kanyang ina ay isa sa mga naunang pot makers ng Barangay Bari. At mula pa pala 1950, pinagkakakitaan na ng kanilang mga tao sa barangay ang pottering to. At sa edad na 25 years old, marunong nang gumawa si Alvin ng maski anong klase. Ang ganda ng background mo, cool na cool dyan, ng jar, figurine, flower pots, dish garden, at iba pa. Sa ngayon, humigit kumulang na 70 ang mga miyembro ng gumagawa ng pots sa barangay. Alvin, napapakinabangan na kaya ang ating ginawang brick oven o kiln sa UA o baka hindi pa na gagamit? Sana nakikinabang kayo doon, Alvin.
Yes, ma'am. Nagamit na po namin, ma'am. Na-test fire na po namin nung nakaraang linggo po. Yung na-train po namin ng December, nailuto po namin. So yung nagkaroon lang ng medyo damages kasi na overstay na po siya eh. Kailangan po talaga pag may isa lang, may luto na po agad para at least maganda yung kalabasan po.
Okay. At si Nelia Elisa Florendo, Chief of DOST Industrial Technology Development Institute, is also with us. Yes, tell us more about it later. Are you with us, DOST, the Chief? Yes.
Good morning, Deputy Speaker. I'm
Hi.
here. Hello
I'm
po.
so interested in what you're doing. Okay, so ang dami. So we will have the presentation first of Cheryl and all the others, and we can just interact with each other. Yes, thank you so much. Good morning, and we hear from Cheryl. Thank you.
Good morning. May dayad nga aga sa aton tanan. Magandang umaga po. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. I just want to mention that I'm very happy to be included in this roster with one of the country's master potters, Ate Sigrid Bangyay. I'm very, very happy to be with you here and discuss pottery and my story. Salamat po. So that's me with one of my teapots. Next. Next. Okay. Before I proceed to the main discussion, I just want to touch on the history ng paggawa ng tea-wares. So obviously, nanggaling siya dun sa pag-discover din ng tsaa as a beverage or inumin. So, ang history ng tsaa goes back 5,000 years ago, 5,000 years. So, medyo matagal na siyang practice, matagal na siyang iniinom ng mga tao at nagsimula ito sa China. So, around 2,000 years ago, during the Han Dynasty, nagsimula na siyang mag-shape into this ewer type. So, yung inspiration niya ay may spout, merong handle, tapos it took another 800 years para magkaroon siya ng lid. So, matagal ang evolusyon ng paggawa ng teaware at it follows naman the evolution of the tea making process. So, next. Okay, ito yung personal history ko. So, noong 2018 is when I decided na mag-pursue ng pottery kasi nga nagustuhan ko yung experience o yung moment na gumagawa ako kasi masyado siyang meditative. Tapos, noong 2018, actually 2016, nag-start akong mag-basic. Pero medyo nagda-double-double lang ako noong time na yon. Noong 2018, I decided to, okay, gusto ko nang gawin ito at ipupursu ko siya. So late that year, I got a kick wheel on your right. It's a Petitjean handmade kick wheel, and I started making serious pots. Kumbaga, so nag-continue yung practice ko. 2018, 2019, nagre-rent lang ako ng kiln ng time na yon at and then it made me realize that this is something that I can do in the long term. And then in 2020 January, I had a kiln built in my house, here in my house in Quezon City. That was, of course, what we all know what happened next. Nagkaroon ng pandemic and we couldn't go out and we couldn't go anywhere. So ang nangyari is I spent a lot of time practicing, making teawares. So it was both a blessing and hindi naman curse, pero challenging. Pero yung time na naka-lockdown ako gave me a lot of leeway to experiment and to get all the creative ideas into the stuff that I was making. So itong gas kiln, ay nagkaroon na yata ng mga 6 firings so far or 8 firings. And masaya naman ako sa kinalabasan ng mga gawa. At ang isa pang reason na nai-inspire ako dahil marami ring mga kaibigan ko na nagugustuhan at willing ambag ng kanilang mga pinagkakitaan para magkaroon ng or mag-own ng mga teawares at mga gamit or mga functional wares, mga plato, mugs na ginagawa ko din. So that's it. That's the beginning. So more or less 20 years. 2 years. So ito naman, this slide, this is the process. So yung mga potters, alam nila to na yung paggawa ng kahit ano, no, whether mugs, plates, saucers, or teapots, or tea bowls, nagsa-start yan sa isang lump of clay, isang ball of clay. So ito yung picture number 1. And then you put it in the kick wheel, tapos pino-form mo into any shape that you want or that you like. So kung gagawa ka ng baso, gagawa ka ng mugs, gagawa ka ng plato, gagawa ka ng teapot, ito yung, dito nagsa-start, ito yung second step. So you put in enough water for it to be plastic, it to be able to form. And then itong third picture, ito yung parts of the teapot. So merong spout, merong lid, merong handle. So in this case, ang ginawa ko, this is a demo piece. Ang ginawa ko is a kyusu, or a side handle teapot na popular in Japan and Korea. So pinapatuyo ko siya for 2 days, depende sa humidity and sa outside temperature. And then I let it dry para hinihintay ko siyang hindi na siya masyadong basa na pwede ko na siyang i-trim. So ito yung number 5 na photo. And then after I trim, I put on my mark. That's my mark right there. It's a stamp of the Oryo-chi and then my signature. And then the next step is I attach the parts. So ito tricky yung time na to kasi may time constraints. You have to be able to see na hindi masyadong dry yung parts na you attach kasi magbe-break off siya once it's all leather dry. So dahan-dahan lahat, everything is so delicate kasi anytime pwede siyang mag-chip, pwede siyang mag-crack. So lahat yan very minimum handling and very sensitive yung dapat temperament mo na hindi mo siya mababasag. So number 7 na photo, that's the formed teapot. So maliit lang siya. I make several sizes ng teapots depende doon sa gagamit. So this is the leather dry stage ng teapot. And then I let it dry some more, mga 3-4 days, up to 5 days kung medyo maulan. Kasi depende nga sa moisture sa hangin. And then I bisque it. Bisking is the first firing. I bisque it to about 945 degrees Celsius. So it will turn the color into this. Medyo matigas na siya, pero hindi pa, porous pa rin. So makaka-absorb pa rin siya ng glaze. And then after this, the number 8 stage, giniglaze ko siya, and then I fire it again up to 1,280 degrees Celsius. So, ito na ngayon yung kanyang result. Ito na siya. So, natapos ko siya last night kasi this is a demo piece that I made for this series. Yun. So, next please. Okay, so ang teaware, ang sinasabi nating teaware, hindi lang siya teapot na shape. Madami siya, depende sa traditions, because there's a lot of traditions. There's a British tradition or the English tradition. There's Japanese, there's Korean, there's Chinese of course, meron din sa Hong Kong, meron din sa Thailand, meron din sa India. So madami yan. Dito lang, tayo lang yata dito sa ang country sa Asia, ang walang distinct na tea culture. And if there is, kung umiinuman tayo, we pattern it largely after the English way of drinking. So, ang merong tea bowls or chawans, which is very an important vessel for Japanese tea ceremonies, the kyusu or the side-handled teapot, and the gongfu teapot, which is a smaller version ng mga 100 to 150 ml lang siya or smaller. Next, please. Okay, this was in 2019 and my first group exhibit at the Sierra Madre Gallery. This is gallery centered on pottery and ceramics. Si Miss Sigrid nakapag-exhibit na rin doon. And this is a setup for a Japanese tea ceremony. The chawan, the tea bowl that you see, the orange one, and the misoshashi, the water container on your left, were made by me. And I was very happy, that my teacher in the tea ceremony agreed agreed to use these wares for this very important event. So this was the highlight of my 2019. Next, please. Okay, so these are just photos of the things that I have made so far. Yung initial na collections ko, I used jade, I used gemstones or semi-precious stones as a knob. Knob is nandito sa lid, yung hinahawakan natin to open the So itong sa first photo sa left, I used the jade stone there. And I'm just gonna mention it na in Sibalom, I know that you have semi-precious stones there sa riverbed na raw and unprocessed. So maybe later on you can also use that to decorate your pieces or your wares or your mga plato or mga vases niyo. So that's an idea that you can use. And in the middle is a chawan, which is actually right now my favorite. This is made from terracotta and stoneware clay. So minix ko siya kaya medyo dark yung body, and then I accented it with a cobalt glaze. This was fired to parang 1,250 degrees Celsius. So next, ito yung mga setup ko for pag umiinom ako ng tsaa sa bahay. So those sa picture sa third photo on your right, yun yung mga tea cups ko naman na ginawa. And that's the rest of it. And thank you so much for this opportunity,
Beautiful.
Deputy Speaker. Thank you so
Napakaganda
much.
at ito ay nagbunga nung panahon ng pandemic, right?
Yes. I had a lot of time.
Oo. So inaral mo ito online at nagtayo ka ng sarili mong personal kiln ng sa bahay at
Mhm.
pinag-aralan mo at ito yung produkto. Parang napaka-eksperto mo na, nakakatuwa.
The basic pottery workshops were in UP, Ceramic Arts Studio. So doon ako nag-start. Si Professor To Astria yung first teacher ko. And then through the years, madami na rin akong naging mentors. Sila Sir John Antesi Petijon, sila Joey De Castro, the master potters in the country. They're very generous and helpful naman too.
So matagal mo
help
nang
out,
hilig
yes.
ito. Matagal mo nang hilig, matagal mo na inaral, pero yung personal production mo ng pottery sa bahay ay
Last year.
nung panahon ng pandemic.
Yes.
It's really beautiful. And
Thank you.
anong impluensya ng pagka-antikenyo mo? Your parents are from Libertad.
Yes.
Hindi ka pa gumagamit ng clay ng antike, hindi ba?
Not yet.
Okay,
Kaya
kaya
naghahanap
reason
ako ng
ating
source.
webinar na ito. Nandiyan ang UA Antique, and I know that Dr. Pablo Crespo is also here with us from the University of Antique. We also have, let me see, hindi ko yata nabanggit kanina. We have the DTI Negosyo Center, very good, of Tibiao, is represented by Business Counselor Rosalie Jean Resolute. And we have Elsie Marie Carioto, a ceramics teacher and researcher from the University of Antique, and of course, Dr. Pablo Crespo. So, nakikita po nyo how a young Antiqueña of parents from Libertad is doing her craft in Quezon City, but nothing will stop her from using clay from Antique or even doing collaboration. Pwede ka rin magturo virtually. Iba yung alam ng ating brick makers, iba din yung alam mo dito sa ceramics at yung experience mo sa Japan, India, and all of that. Okay. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And from
You're welcome. Thank
Quezon
you,
City, inspired by Antique, we go to Mountain Province. Si Sigrid din ay eksperto at 20-30 years na nag-pottery pero hindi ito makatanda. Ganong kaginaw ba dyan ngayon?
About 12 degrees, ma'am.
Wow, ang ginaw-ginaw. O sige, ikwento mo sa amin, meron kang demonstration. Sigrid, isang eksperto sa pottery from the Cordilleras.
Opo. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Una po, i-present
May
po.
pagkabigat? Okay. Proceed.
Okay po. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Gawis ay wakgat kan natako amin. My presentation will start with a video. So may I have the video, please?
Hi, I'm Sigrid Bangyay. I'm from Sagada Pottery. This workshop was set up in 2000 by Archie Stapleton. He is a son of a missionary who grew up here in the 1960s. He saw the potential of the local clay and the local soil for pottery production. That's why he set this up as an alternative livelihood for the community. There's 3 kinds of pottery. There's earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. Earthenware is low-fired. Stoneware and porcelain are high-fired. We specialize in stoneware. We fire at 2,350 degrees. Around Sagada, we get the clay, test it at that temperature. If it's good, we get it in bulk, soak it in water. We sieve it 4 times until it goes through a very fine mesh. When it goes through there, it's very, very watery. We have to dry for 3 to 4 months. We age it for at least 3 weeks before it becomes like this, ready for throwing or shaping. I'll just show you the basic forming or shaping of a pot. So first I have to center the clay. In order to center, you need the speed of the wheel and the pressure from the hands. Once it's centered, everything starts with a cylinder. To make a cylinder, I have to pull the clay from the bottom to the top gradually. Using pressure from my left and right hand, I'm pulling the clay with both pressure. My hand should be the one controlling the clay. Not the clay controlling my hands. And I have to go with the speed of the wheel to maintain the centerness. Trying to remove the water inside. This is a very basic shape. From here you can make a jar, a bowl, or different shapes. Right now there's more pressure from my inside hand. Pushing it out, supporting from my right hand. And here in the middle there's more pressure from my right hand, pushing it inwards to make a narrower shape. Then I can move it outwards again at the very top to make a flower glass. It can also be a water jug if we put a spot like that. From here, we dry it for 3 days. After 3 days, we trim the bottom, put the handle, or do anything that will enhance the beauty. Afterwards, we dry it for 1 month, air dry only. We put it in the oven for 12 hours of firing. It's called bisque firing. Wait for 2 days of cooling down. We bring it out, then apply the glazes. Glaze are composed of different kinds of minerals that melt at a certain temperature. It's in liquid form. We apply it by brushing, splashing, or dipping. And then we have to load it again in the oven for 14 to 16 hours of glaze firing in order for the color to come out and for it to become shiny. And then after that, we wait for 3 days of cooling down and it will be ready for marketing.
Okay,
Very
so
good. Yes.
so
That was a pre-recorded video. Alam mo, ngayon I realized it, yung aking ginagamit na cup ay galing sa'yo. Kasi hindi ko maalala nung saan ko nakuha ito. Ang galing. So, my God, the patience of a potter, right? Yung clay mo ay galing dyan sa inyo in Mountain Province?
yes, ma'am, it takes a lot of experiments and tests. Hindi po lahat kasi ng clay pwede. Kailangan po siyang i-test. It has to go under the testing and process in order for us to check if it's a good quality of clay, because there's 3 kinds. Maybe the one in Tibiao. I went to Tibiao. I saw the pottery there, and they're making earthenware, yung mga flower pots po.
Oo.
So what they're making with Ma'am Cheryl Martinez, these are stoneware. They're very high-fired pottery po. So we fire at 2,300 degrees Fahrenheit, like she said, 1,250. So in order to go through to get the right quality of clay, there's a lot of processes and a lot of people involved. Like in order to finish a product, there's a lot of collaboration with other local people here also, like with my products, because I incorporate local designs and weaving, rattan weaving. I work with the rattan weavers here, and I work with other local people in order to get the right quality of material that we needed.
What do you call the clay in Mountain Province? And I want to know, after you, we will have our Tibiao brickmakers and Sibalom para ihambing natin. But you were in Antique. Ano ang uri ng clay sa Cordillera at saka sa Panay?
I'm sure meron pong clay rin ng earthenware po, yung sa Tibiao.
Okay.
Low-fire pottery po siya, yung mga flower pots, yung mga
Earthenware.
usually ang common na alam po ng mga tao is yung red clay.
Red
Pero-
clay.
Opo, yung mga yon, red clay has a lot of iron that is fired at a low temperature po. Mas mababa ang luto niya. Pero para sa iba, it works. Depende po sa klase ng pottery na ginagawa po nila. But dito kasi
Marami ako niyan. Yan ang ginagamit kong palayok sa aking pagluto. Yung mga galing Sibalom at Tibiao na binili ko at dinala ko sa Maynila, at mas masarap ang luto pag galing sa paso. Yan.
Exactly, ma'am.
At
Tsaka
sa bahay
po,
ko, sa Antique, ang ginagamit kong pangluto ay yung mga earthenware na
Opo.
galing sa ating mga potters. Okay, anong klaseng clay ang available dyan sa Sagada?
meron pong low-fired kasi near Sagada, which is Bontoc, or also Bila, where Ma'am Yvonne used to live, is from. May rest in peace. That was sad, but I'm sure meron ding mga low-fired clay and high-fired clay. Around the Cordilleras, it's mountainous, so in the mountains, there's different kinds of layers of clay and different layers of soils. So lahat po ng clay, kahit na pang earthenware or pang stoneware or pang porcelain, kailangan pa pong i-test siya to go through the quality check po kung kaya niya. Kasi hindi po pwedeng kunin dyan tapos pwede na po. Kailangan po siyang i-test.
Yes.
Kailangan po siya, it has to go through the process. So meron din, maybe in Antique, ma'am, baka meron ding clay or glaze materials that can be tested for a higher fired pieces or higher fired pottery, hindi lang earthenware po. Mas masarap nga po pagluto sa earthenware at mas
Yes.
safer po siya.
Safer, yes. So, para matuto ako basic, earthenware, stoneware, and ceramics.
Porcelain.
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 Pag sinabi mong
Yes.
ceramics, porcelain, different.
It's the same. Stoneware, porcelain are ceramics, glazed pottery.
Glaze.
Pots.
So, basic earthenware, stoneware, and
Porcelain.
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 Okay, ang available sa Cordillera, lahat ng clay niyan. Ang pagkaalam mong available sa Antique ay yung earthenware. But we will find out from Antique later on if we have the three. Yes.
Like I said, ma'am, yes, it can be tested. Baka available nga po. Dito lang kasi sa Sagada, we concentrated on making stoneware, on
Stoneware.
experimenting the right clay for stoneware produce. Pero meron nga around Sagada, around Mountain Province, meron nang gumagawa ng water filters like the one you make in Antique po. Earthenware din po yan.
Very good. So, we will, thank you so much, Sigrid, at makinig ka sa aming mga Tibiao and Sibalom brick makers and potters so that we will see paano magkakaroon ng collaboration ang Cordillera at Panay, ang Mountain Province at Antique. We proceed now. Thank you so much, Sigrid. And let me see. Let us go to Mr. Anacleto Amar of Amaba. Ayan. Ang ating mga pottery experts mula sa Tibiao.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Amar.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Paliwanag po nyo, ano po ang mga pottery products at anong clay ang meron tayo sa Antique?
Regarding sa clay sa Antique po, lalo na sa bayan ng Tibiao, ay mayroon tayong sticky clay na walang bato-bato. At yan ay nakikita yan dahil sa nakatuklas ng clay na kayang gawin ng mga palayok at anong klaseng earthenware. At yun ay ginagawa noon pa ng bagong after World War. Kaya yung mga ginagawa dati ay yung mga paggawa ng kalan uling, saka yung palayok na sinasabi cooking pots, at yung plato na sabi nila na duwali. Tapos yung noon ng naman ay yan lang ang umpisa ng trabaho ng mga potmaker dito sa bayan ng Tibiao. At ngayon, na makita ng Local Resource Management Program regarding sa mga resources na ang lupa ay maganda pala na gawin na mga earthenwares, nag-put up sila ng kiln at yun ay sa gawa ng fuel na na labang o ipa ng palay. At yun ang umpisa, nag-enhance yung mga paggawa ng pottery and bricks making project. And then, at nagamit namin yung pugo na yan para ma-enhance yung products namin. At may tulong din yung local government units, and then the TI regarding sa paganda ng namin. At lalo na sa inyo ngayon, pugo na ibibigay sa achieve namin ng magandang quality ng aming product. At maganda rin ang maging patutunguhan ng mga potmaker and bricks maker po.
Thank you so much. Meron ba kayong mga litrato po or mga sample ng ating mga gawa ng ating mga potters, o baka nasa opisina kayo hindi nyo dala, di ba po? Yes.
Wala po. Mayroon akong dala dito yung finished product ko na bricks.
The bricks.
Ito po. Opo. Ito ay yung 2x4x8 na sizes niya. At ito ay ginagamit sa Mascobado, saka sa Dikire. Ganoon din po sa perimeter fence. Pero mayroon itong mga iba't ibang klaseng disenyo po. Mayroon silang kung anong sizes na ino-order ng mga buyer po.
Okay, maganda. So ang ating bricks, ang kilalang-kilala yung mga vegan bricks, pero napakaganda ng gawa niyong Tibiao bricks, ha? Ang ganda niyan. So pwede ba yan na ginagamit din mga dingding ng bahay o maski sa floor ng mga bahay or pang perimeter fence lang po?
Ito po, perimeter fence po ito at saka yung ito tawag na structural bricks na for infrastructure. Pero iba naman yung walling base na tatawag natin face bricks, yung maliliit. Depende po sa klase na i-order ng buyer po.
Okay. Pero yan po ay galing sa earthenware na clay na available po sa Tibiao.
Yes po, ma'am.
Sana meron tayong mga letrato o pahabol mamaya o ilagay sa Facebook yung ating kiln o yung mga brick making facility.
Mayroon pa ako rin ma'am sa aking cellphone. Paano ko lang sa kanila mamaya.
Sige po. Okay.
Bago pa lang ako niya na mag-hawak na gano'n.
Salamat po. At mabigat po, baba na po
Salamat po, ma'am.
hulog. Salamat po. Mula sa Opo. Very, very happy. Durugid na salamat. Mula po sa Tibiao, pupunta naman tayong Sibalom para si Alvin, isang ekspertong potter mula pa sa kanyang pamilya. Pakita at ikwento nyo sa amin paano kayo nakinabang dun sa ating binigay na proyekto sa University of Antique. Dr. Crespo is also online and a researcher and teachers of RUA in Sibalom. Yan. Alvin.
Yes, ma'am. Una sa lahat po, nagpapasalamat po dahil sa inyong tulong po na malaki sa aming barangay dahil po sa bigay ng na bigay po ng maikling oras at panahon sa paggawa po ng pagluto po ng aming mga Pasko, mga itineraries po. Hindi po namin kailangan na sumuong pa po sa init o ulan dahil andyan po yung kiln at kahit ulan at init, kaya namin magluto at naroon po ng masasabi natin po na good quality po na inilabas ng pagkamit ng kiln po sa aming Pasko ng mga ginagawa. Kung ano kami ng mga prito is ano ko yun, mga iba't ibang prito, mayroon kami mayroon gray, mayroon pong white, saka mayroon pong gray na makukuha ko sa aking pinagpupunan ko. Ito po yung yung ginawa ko naming training nung December, yung nag-mold kami. Gawa ng plaster of Paris, tsaka gumawa kami ng bricks, nag-molde dahil po sa yung tulong na brick molder, nakagawa kami ng bricks na yung shape, yung sukat po niya is the same po. Tsaka yung machine po na binigay nyo is malaking tulong na nakapag-produce po kami ng mga maraming pots dahil po sa jiggering machine. At saka po yung, kasi dati po, gumagawa lang kami ng clay pots na to is mano-mano lang po, tapak-tapak. Pero ito po, malaking tulong po sa inyong ginawa na binigay na jiggering at saka yung pangmasa po ng lupa na hindi na po kailangan namin exert ng effort. Kaya yun po, napamadali po yung aming paggawa po. At naging successful naman po yung training. At saka po nagpapasalamat po ako dahil sa inyong malaking tulong po sa aming barangay. Na yun po, na ngayon lang, sa itinagal ng panahon, na ngayon lang po dumating. At nakapag nakapagbigay ng malaking pag-asa sa amin, sa aming barangay po. At maraming salamat po sa inyo. Sa inyong tulong po na ibinigay po, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Alvin. At paano naman kayo naapektuhan ng pandemya? May mga produkto nga tayo pero I'm glad na nakakatulong sa paggawa ng inyong mga pottery. Kailangan nyo ng tulong syempre sa marketing, di ba, ng mga produkto?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Kaya ang DTI kasama natin. Ang DTI Negosyo Center Business Counselor na si Rosaline Jean Resolute is also with us. Paano natin matutulungan ang Amaba, sila Mr. Amar, sila Alvin sa pag-market ng kanilang mga produkto? May we have our DTI Negosyo Center Counselor, Miss Resolute. Are you online?
Good morning po.
Good morning.
Deputy Speaker Lauren Legarda. At good morning din po sa ating lahat. So, meron po akong presentation na. Next, please. So, the pottery and bricks making. So, sa Barangay Bandoha ito. So, next, please. So, who help in the shared service facilities? So, of course, our Deputy Speaker, Lauren Lagarda, through the Department of Trade and Industry Shared Service Facilities, and then the local government unit of Tibiao, as well as the Barangay Council of Barangay Bandoha, which is the cooperator. So, next, please. So, this is a DTI Frost. So, ang purpose nito, so makapag-create ng development sa ating mga micro, small, and medium enterprises. So, sa Barangay Bandoha, yung shared service facilities po natin, provided siya noong 2019 and of course, noong 2020. The cooperator is the Barangay Council of Barangay Bandoha. So, the beneficiaries, of course, asosasyon kang maninihon sa Barangay Bandoha and other users. So yung mga members po ng Amaba, mayroon po silang 27. 4 po nito yung bricks maker. 23 yung pots maker po. So, ano po yung purpose natin sa ang tawag dito? Yung purpose po natin na makatulong sa sa pag-increase ng income ng ating mga pottery and bricks maker. So of course, ma-improve natin yung quality ng kanilang mga produkto. So next please. So the shared service facility project of DTI. So yung DTI po natin, nag-fund po siya ng 1,816,200 for the kiln and the potter's wheel. Meron po tayong 24 na potter's wheel. Yung 4 po dito is ito yung mga potter's wheel natin sa right side. 24 pieces po ito. Yung 4 po, electrical use po, at yung 20 is manually operated po. Ito yung mini-kiln natin sa Barangay Bandoha dito sa left side natin. Ito. So, hindi pa tapos yung hindi pa natin na-test run ito. Kasi yung chimney pa dito, hindi pa na tapos for construction po. Okay, next please. Ito yung sa right side. Ito yung electrically operated na potter's wheel natin. Ito sa left side. So, ito yung pag-turnover natin sa mga beneficiaries po ng Amaba. Kasi wala pa pong shed house yung pottery natin doon, yung kiln. So, wala pa pong lalagyan ng mga potter's wheel. So, ang ginawa po namin, tinurn over muna namin sa mga beneficiaries po ng Amaba para hindi po sila masira. Okay, ito is ongoing construction po ito. Kahit pandemic po, still under construction pa rin yung ating kiln. So, next please. So, ito pala, please back muna. So, dito sa left side, ito po yung mayor namin, si Honorable Hill B. Bandoha. So, full support din po siya sa ating projects. So, the LGU, nag-promise po sila na tutulong talaga sila sa roofing po ng ating chimney. Okay, next please. ito po yung mga clay natin sa Barangay Bandoha. So, ginagawa po nila itong bricks. So, I took this picture a day ago lang. So, next please. So, ito po yung mga products ng Amaba. Ito po yung bricks. Next, meron silang mga pots, mga jars, flower pots. Ito yung mga bricks. Next, please. Ito, yung mga products na po ito ng Amaba.
Okay. Lahat ito ay earthenware, di ba? Galing sa clay ng Tibiao.
Yes po, ma'am.
So,
Yes po.
thank you to the DTI, our partner for my Shared Services Facilities program. The Shared Services Facilities is a program of the Department of Trade where we provide funds for the granting of facilities, centers, equipment for micro and small enterprises, implementation of my MSME Act. Yan. Salamat sa DTI. Now, another collaborator agency, paborito ko talaga, DTI, DOLE, DSWD at DOST. So, nandyan ang DOST Industrial Technology Development Institute and the chief is Ms. Nelia Florendo. Yes, tell us, how are we able to converge all of this? Ako, favorite word ko, convergence. So when we have Ms. Nelia also on the line.
Okay, so magandang umaga po, Deputy Speaker,
Morning.
as well as lahat ng ating mga guests. No? Natutuwa kami, marami pala tayong mga experts talaga pagdating sa ceramics, so hindi kami mamomroblema. So I think I have my presentation. So my presentation will focus, of course, on DOST, ITDI, technical assistance for the terracotta industry. No? And also in line with this, I would also be discussing or introducing to you isa po sa aming technology na na-develop. It is the ceramic water filter technology. While I will also be briefly discussing other livelihood technologies for communities since nandito na rin po kami. But please allow me to for a brief introduction of DOST ITDI para naman po makilala lang yung aming agency. Next slide, please. So the Industrial Technology Development Institute, or ITDI, is one of the DOST agency which conducts multidisciplinary industrial research and development in the fields of chemicals and energy. We have environment and biotechnology, food processing, packaging technology, as well as material science. So, kaya po sa aming tinatawag po kaming multidisciplinary, marami po kaming areas of expertise. While we also provide technical services to our industry, to our MSMEs, in terms of yung mga facilities po namin. We have laboratories such as Standard Testing Laboratory, as well as yung National Metrology Laboratory and ADMATEL for the electronics industry. Dito po naman yung techno-transfer, dyan naman po ako involved. No? So all the research and development initiatives po, yung mga products or process developed, so kami naman po yung nagta-transfer. We translate this for possible use ng ating mga communities and even the industry. Kumbaga po, we make sure that it will benefit the Filipino people. Yung lahat po ng research outputs ng aming institute. So next slide please. So ang aming pong tagline, inspired by technology, driven by innovation. So patuloy po namin hinaharness yung aming mga kaalaman para makapag-produce po kami ng new technologies that we think would be very useful to the Filipinos. Since we will also be celebrating our 120 years anniversary, ano naman po kami, we were considered as a credible and reliable industry and government partner para po ma-accelerate and growth and development dito po sa ating bansa. So, since I am supposed to discuss about the terracotta industry, next slide please. Alam niyo po ba na ang DOST, since late 1970s, no, actually hindi pa po siya ITDI. Ang name pa po niya is National Institute of Science and Technology. We have already been providing technical interventions to our pottery industry, particularly terracotta industry, in terms of trainings, setting up of facilities, lalo na pa yung brick and tile production kasi usong-uso po yan noon, di ba? Yung paggawa ng mga paso, mga kalan, halos lahat po ng mga regions ay meron pong ganyang industriya. Hindi lang po dyan nagtapos. In early 80s, we even proceeded with our research and development on mga ceramic whiteware production. Kasi po booming po ang industry late 80s towards the 90s, kung saan po nag-e-export po tayo ng mga ceramic whitewares natin. But unfortunately po, parang lately, para pong yung competition po in terms of cost, doon tayo medyo nahirapan. It leaves us to one opportunity, yung ating terracotta industry. Dahil andito po yung strength natin because we have a lot of red clay, no? And of course, lalo pa natin napatunayan ngayon, ang dami po pala natin mga skilled workers, no? And mga entrepreneurs who are into ceramics producing, no? Kahit mga one of the kind design lang po, but at least it could help the industry. Ang isa po nating would like to share with you is nagkaroon po tayo ng maraming assistance like in vegan na sabi ni Deputy Speaker. Actually, we also provided assistance sa vegan mga potters wherein makikita po natin ang mga products nila, di ba? Parang bingkong-bingkong o nagwa-warp. But it gave them the opportunity to be parang innovation po sa kanila yon dahil nagagamit po yung defect na yon para sa designs, no? Kasi po medyo mataas po ang iron content ng vegan clay, kaya po kaunting ano lang po sa firing, nagkakaroon siya ng warpage. But it doesn't stop them up to now, andun pa rin po yung industry yun. We also provided assistance sa Semirara during the initial stage, nagtatayo po sila ng brick project using their waste, kung saan ito po yata ang ginagamit nila for their housing project. But of course, nag-seek din siya ng assistance with international, no, companies to help them na mas mag-proceed po yung kanilang industry on ceramics. Well, ang isa po dito, pinaka-last, we also provided before this Antique, yung pong kay Senator Angara, then Senator Angara, wherein we were able to put up a pottery ceramic center doon po sa Janawan, Maria Aurora, no? Hopefully ma-revive po ito, no? With the present ngayon po yung mga leaders ngayon, dahil sayang po yung opportunity because they have also good potential yung mga clay materials nila doon. And lastly, of course, itong 2019 when we have the opportunity that our Deputy Speaker was able to provide support, financial support to the brick and pottery makers dito po sa Antique, no? And we have identified yung Tibiao and of course yung sa Sibalom, wherein nandito po yung ating mga recipients. So I need not tell more about yung aming naging project. Next slide, please. But overall, next slide, please. Overall, ano po yung mga scope of assistance that we have provided? So we had the site inspection and assessment and the characterization and preliminary evaluation and physical testing of raw materials. Ito po yung gusto namin din, kaya po during that previous years, ang nakita po natin naging problem po ng mga projects nun is yung sustainability mechanism. And based from that learning experience, yun po nga ang gusto namin i-apply dito sa Antique project ngayon. That's why we partnered with University of Antique kasi sila po ang inaay namin na makakatulong natin. Of course, with other stakeholders like DTI, DENR, and of course yung mga ceramic pottery and LGUs dyan, who would work together para po yung effort naman, yung ating 20 million funds, no, na ibinigay para ma-upgrade yung ating capability, and of course to make us more productive, to make us more competitive, wag masayang, no? So we also have conducted mga R&D on clay and body formulation. Iyabang ko lang nga kasi, di ba nakita niyo sa picture? Ito, I think it was on the 20, nakikita niyo ba? Okay. Nakikita niyo ba tong isang vase na to? I think this clay came from Region 6, wherein nag-mix po itong product na to is a mixture of yung tinatawag natin na forming method using the molds, using slab and pressing method, no? Kasi yung pinaghanap ako ni Yam ng picture, sabi ko, naku, teka, maghanap ako ng vase dito. At yun na isa nakita ko, nakatago pa pala dito sa amin. And we would like to encourage nga yung ating amaba as well as yung sa Manukuram Potters. Well, of course, we're doing well with all the pottery designs. Nagulat nga ako, Alvin, ang gaganda na, ang gagaling nyo na pala talaga, no? Right after that training, nakita namin, ang laki na ng improvement with that equipment and machineries. So nakikita natin talagang support lang ang kailangan ng ating mga potters because they have already the inherent skills, no? And I think with that, hindi na kami problema pala sa training, lalo na sa design, sa mga forming methods, dahil yung ibang mga guests natin dito, ang gagaling na pala. Kasi ito po naging isang problem namin. When we were implementing this project, nataong pong pandemic, no? And it really na-stranded pa po nga yung mga staff namin during that time. But talaga pong yung opportunity to be persistent na ituloy pa rin tong project kahit ang hirap pong mag-deploy ng staff. And we were happy naman, at least we were able to make it except for Tibiao na talaga pong na-late po kami doon sa construction ng kiln nila because yung pong sa bidding process din, and as well, nahirapan po kami mag-deploy na sometime in November and December dahil sa madaming protocol. But as we have told yung ating mga partners, hindi namin siya tinigilan. In fact, we will be deploying our staff for the inspection of the facility para naman po magtuloy-tuloy na rin yung production nila using yung sinasabi nating kiln, no? That was designed and of course through our winning bidder, inano na po siya, kino-construct na po siya as of this moment. So nakikita natin unti-unti yung fruits ng ating
very good. May I ask
po.
a question,
Yes,
Chief
po,
Nelia Florendo? I'm glad you mentioned about the 20 million allocation to the ITD, to the institute. Alam nyo, hinanap ko pa kayo. And you know that. When I learned from Aurora na meron silang pottery or brick making facility set up during the time of the late Senator Angara, sabi ko kami rin dahil alam kong maganda ang clay sa Antique, sa Tibiao, Sibalom, other areas. Sabi ko gusto ko meron din ang Antique. At matagal ko na nakakita ang ating mga potters, nahihirapan sila, wala silang kiln na maganda. Kaya naglagay ako sa budget when I was Senator, Chairman of Finance, at pinahanap ko pa sa staff ko and kay Mina Pangandaman, who was then working with Senator Angara, and sabi niya yung ITDI. Pero I thought that the ITDI had closed, yung pala nag-change kayo ng pangalan. I'm a great believer and supporter of innovation. In fact, akong author ng Innovation Act. Kaya ako'y natutuwa at tutulungan ko kayo mapondohan ang inyong mga proyekto nationwide. I believe in the DOST, just like DTI. I like innovation and design, and we must help micro-enterprises improve and provide them the facilities. Ngayon, ito pong ginagawa natin with the University of Antique, and Dr. Crespo is also online, and of course our teacher and researcher, Miss Elsie Marie Carlotto. Is this University of Antique in Sibalom where I saw the big kilns, or meron din sa UA Tibiao, or is this the one in the community in Tibiao? Para ho ma-enlighten ako, or maybe Dr. Crespo can answer. Is it Chief Nelia can answer me or Dr. Crespo?
Sino po ba?
O kayo po muna, Chief
Okay,
Nelia.
then
Yes.
mag-support na lang po. Actually
Yes.
po, yung unang nag-identify po kami ng recipient, it's or beneficiary, it is the Manukuram Potters in Sibalom and the Tibiao. But as we see, yung partnership with UA, additional po ito na actually parang added ano po yan.
Yes.
Dahil nagkaroon lang po ng medyo problem pa ang Sibalom at hindi pa siya nakaka-identify ng site, while waiting, doon po muna namin, kinausap namin si Sir Crespo who was very, very cooperative that
No,
time.
in fact, I
Naglagay
told
ng-
my staff to make UA the collaborator. Kasi
Yes.
pag State University, maganda mag-locate doon, then even our teachers, so that it would be more structured. So I'm so glad that University of Antique is hosting it. So yung sa Tibiao ba natin is also in UA or is this community-based?
kay Sir Anacleto po.
Ito nga yung kanina, yung pinakita ni Mr.
Yes po,
Anacleto.
opo.
I see. So not UA Tibiao.
Hindi po,
Yes.
hindi po.
I hope you've used the whole 20 million already. Not yet.
Kasi po 'di ba nag-end na po siya nung December. So may sinoli po kami.
Ay, sayang. You could have used all of
Actually,
it.
sayang din po. But I would also like to thank you dahil with that amount, nakapag-upgrade din po kami ng facility namin. Kasi nga po, di ba, parang bumaksak na po yung industry before. But now is the
Yes.
opportunity that we could help. In fact, we are
Very good.
closely coordinating with DENR to provide a sample of clay na maa-analyze po natin para marami tayong list or inventory of clay materials na pwede po naman natin makita, no, for sustainable ano rin.
Yes, what kind of clay is available in Antique among the three that were mentioned by our potters earlier?
Ang pagkakaalam ko po, we have a lot of red clay, but based on our previous studies before, no, marami rin po kayong white clay. Ang nagiging problem lang po sa white clay is sometimes inconsistent yung physical properties nila kaya nagkakaproblema. But right there and then, yun nga po, yun sa mga studies na ginagawa. Pero ang let's put it that yung red clay po talaga natin ang strength ng ating
Red clay,
Philippines.
is
Yes
that
po.
the what you call the earthenware?
Yes, actually po yung pag-categorize po natin ng earthenware, stoneware, at
Yes.
saka porcelain, nagka-categorize po sa firing temperature, yung
Sa
temperature.
firing yon.
Opo.
Pero sa uri po ng clay, yung
Could
kulay.
be red, it could be white, opo.
And the red can be used for any of the three.
Yes po.
I
Oo.
see.
Pwede po
Okay.
siya, based on study, nakarating po kami hanggang stoneware, yung sa Tiwi Albay, na red clay po yun. So, it's a
Okay,
high
red
firing.
clay for earthenware and stoneware, gaya ng ginagawa both ni Sigrid at saka ni Cheryl at ginagawa din ni Alvin at ng Amaba nila Mr. Amar. Okay.
Yes po.
UA President Crespo, I always locate my projects with you, whether it's the Bamboo Processing Center. We have another topic next time, and also this brick making facility or the kiln. Yes, you like to say a few words, Dr. Crespo. Thank you po,
very
Chief.
much.
Chief Lorendo.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. No, thank you very much for that trust to the University of Antique for making us part of your advocacy. As always, nandito kami mag-support because nakita namin talaga how your project would change the life of the people. It is a reality na dati yung sa Barangay Bare, yung paggawa ng clay doon mismo sa loob ng bahay, sa tinutulugan ng tao, sa pagkainan, doon mismo sa loob. And when we talk, I was really touched when you said na sana kahit man lang mabago ang sitwasyon ng mga tao doon. That's why nang nagka-problema yung ITTI na hanapan ng space, hindi kami nag-hesitate sa UA na doon ilagay muna temporarily. Kasi ang part ng University of Antique na nandoon ng kiln natin is also part of Barangay Bare. And what more, Deputy Speaker?
Very good. So, yung
Yeah.
lupa ng UA ay nasa Bari. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Correct.
okay.
So, in other words, we're going to make access where people of Bare, the Manukulan of Bare, could go and use our equipment. And in fact, Deputy Speaker, we will also, as part of the university, make sure that we train manpower for this purpose. We will open actually a program, Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology, major in Ceramics Technology.
Ang ganda.
Yes, and we also enrich our curriculum for architecture. We offered actually a subject, ang title ng subject niya is Ceramics Design and prototype so that students could come up with new designs and prototypes. And nakita ko nga with Ma'am Cheryl Yvonne, with Ma'am Sigrid, we could connect and make them as actually as the resource speaker via Zoom na sila
Okay.
magtuturo dito sa University of
I'm
Antique.
glad ikaw na ang nagsabi kasi ayoko namang makialam sa curriculum mo. Can I ask Cheryl, who is an Antiqueña from Libertad, at saka si Sigrid na matagal ko ng kaibigan at biniling ko yung aking cup sa kanya 30 years ago, maging lecturers sa inyong bagong kurso. At gusto kong makinig ha, magsisit in ako sa inyong course kasi pag-retiro ko, pero matagal pa yon, gusto kong isa sa mga gusto kong gawin ay simpleng pottery. Baka hindi ko kaya yung ginagawa ni Cheryl at saka ni Sigrid. Ako siguro gagawa ako ng kalan o paso o isang flower pot. Pero baka wala akong tiyagang ganun. Mamaya may papakita akong picture sa Tibiao. Gumaganon ko, mahirap. But anyway, so para lang maliwanag, yung kiln po ay DOST project natin yan ay nasa Barangay Bari. And we must make sure that the people of the barangay have access kasi nasa UA baka ma-intimidate sila. Make sure hindi lang isang association, everybody who wants to learn at marunong nang gumawa at walang facilities at kawawa pag sa bahay lang ngayon may access sila sa ating kiln na ginawa. Tama ba ho, UA? President Crespo?
That's correct, no,
Yes.
Deputy Speaker. In fact, nag-meeting ako 2 weeks ago with the different patters kasi dalawang association yun sa Barangay Bari. And it's a move din ng University of Antique is eventually we will unite actually the cooperatives and form the cooperatives. And so tutulong ang University of Antique to form a cooperative among the patters of Barangay Bari. Yun na din ang being part ng extension ng University of Antique. And
Okay.
to take Bari as a pottery village, that's also one big plan that we'll be making with Barangay Bari. And of course, with your help, pwede na maging center ng tourism at livelihood ang Barangay Bari.
Yes.
Just like Thailand. The last time we
Shanghai.
talked, the last time we talked, Deputy Speaker, you mentioned about park na gawa ng products ng mga pottery. Yun din ang na-envision natin sa Barangay Bari. And so,
Let's not limit it to Bari. I'm sure
Yeah.
the other barangays may clay din yan. At saka
Yes.
isama natin syempre ang Tibiao din. At kung anuman bayan ang may clay na gustong mag-access, we will not limit it. Tapos, yung aking likhaan center sa Balay nga Bato, pwedeng mag-exhibit ang mga works nila Alvin, nila Mr. Amar, ang whether Tibiao or si Balong Pottery, pwede tayo mag-exhibit sa Balay nga Bato na i-inaugurate pa namin ng NHCP. You will be invited, of course. Hindi lang ako makapunta physically dyan. The only remaining Balay nga Bato, the formerly Helia Azurin House, Azurin Helia House, is now restored. Then that will be the Arts and Crafts Center of Antique. So, I hope you finish the project. I heard Chief Nelia Florendo say hindi pa yata tapos yung sa Tibiao. I'm not sure ano yung hindi pa tapos. And the other presentation, sabi daw ay wala pa yung chimney. Whether DTI or DOST, please utilize your funds. Please implement the project. Please help our potters not just create but also improve the designs and to be able to market and sell para meron silang negosyo. Tapos yung mga hindi nyo mabenta, bigay na nyo sa akin, ako nang bibili lahat. Gaya ng mga nagbabanig sa Libertad, puro banig ang bahay ko. Gaya ng mga bariw na mga bag at carpet sa Santa Rosario sa Pandan. Puro na rin bariw ako at mga regalo ko at mga patanjong. Ayan, patanjong. Oh, yun. Alam niyo bo, teka ha, maliit na anecdote. Itong suot ko ay ang programa natin. What do I mean? Sagad, Cordillera and Panay. Because this is Antique Patanjong. And this is from Cordillera, let me see, Silnaghorn. Is she Mountain Province or in Benguet? Yan. So, Cordillera and Panay. Ang sinuot ko talaga, curate ko para yun yung marriage of the two regions in our show today. We also have, meron tayong ceramics teacher with us, a researcher, Elsie Marie Carlotto, I think, is also with us from UA.
Yes.
Right?
Good morning po, Deputy
Hi!
Speaker, Ma'am
Kamusta po
Lauren.
kayo? Ang ganda ng pasunin nyo. Oh.
Yeah. So, as a teacher po, binanggit na po lahat ni Sir Chris po, ni Alvin, at saka ni Captain Amar, ang lahat-lahat. So sa ngayon po, hindi lang po sa ang University Antique po, gumagawa din po ng mga, nag-conduct ng research sa such as patterns na profile nila. Nagmi-meeting naman po kami ng mga members at barangay official, binanggitan po ni Sir, para po sa improvement ng association nila. Yun po. Tapos, meron naman, nagtutulong din po kami sa pag-enhance ng mga skills ng mga potters diyan po. Members of the Barangay Bari Potter Associations convene ito po ay cooperative. So, organized po ito ng cooperative management under po sa College of Business and Accountancy. So, as a teacher po, diyan po ang tumutulong sa amin. Salamat po, Deputy Speaker, at sa DOST and then ITDI. So, next po, yan. Yan po, sa pandemic na ngayon, so, yung si Alvin po, pinakita niya sa akin, nag-digital entrepreneur siya. Yung ang Potter shifted to online selling through sa account niya po sa FB. So, meron pong teacher dito sa University of Antique nag-o-order sa kanya. Meron din po, hindi lang po sa Antique, University of Antique, meron din po na mga tao nag-o-order kay Alvin. Ito makita po natin na meron po mga bricks, ito po ang ginawa namin. At saka ginamit na po namin ang kiln doon sa site. At saka ito na mga produkto na niluto po namin. Yan po ang production facility or equipments na ginagamit na ngayon sa potters. Yan po ang site. So, salamat po sa DOST, ITDI. Kag sa tulong ni Deputy Speaker Ma'am Lauren, yan, ginagamit kung paano gamitin ng mga potters ito ang mga equipments. So, next line. Yan po. Sa training namin, gumawa kami ng mga molds making. Hindi lang po sa mga potters ang bari. Yung ang mga teachers, faculty and staff ng University of Antique, natitrain po. Yan. So, marami kaming ginagawa ng mga saring-saring pots, gawa po ng jiggery. Yan po. Sa makita natin sa picture, yan ang mga potters, faculty and staff sa University of Antique, ginagawa po nila. Sa tulong din po ng DOST, ITDI. So, sa ngayon, tumutulong pa rin kami, enhance pa rin namin ang mga skills sa mga potters in line sa mga techniques, designing sa mga pottery production.
Okay. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po. I was warned it's 11:32, 30 minutes overtime, but it's been so interesting. Salamat kay Cheryl Ebon Martinez from Quezon City, but from Libertad, kay Sigrid Bakyay from Sagada Mountain Province, and Anacleto Amar, taga Tibiao, Anacleto, ang ganda ng mga produkto nyo rin, at kay Alvin Obrique mula sa Sibalom, and of course, Chief Nelia Florendo of the ITDI, and of course, Rosalie Resolute of the DTI Negosyo Center, and Elsie, who just spoke, Ma'am Elsie, and Dr. Crespo. After this, we will flash all your contact details. I hope the Climate Change Commission put your contact details para yung gusto mag-order kay Sigrid, kay Cheryl, sa Amaba, kay Alvin, kay Anacleto, at ay paaring mag-order. Ako mismo mag-order na ako, pero puro na ako. Ang dami, para na akong tindahan ng antike, para akong arts and crafts fair sa aking opisina at sa aking bahay. Puro produkto. Ayan, ang ganda-ganda. yung mga paso, kung pwede lang dalhin dito sa Maynila lahat, no? Kasi hindi pa makapunta ang turista sa Antique. Pero what's the way forward? Ayan, I'm glad nandyan si Dr. Crespo and nandyan ang DOST and DTI. Let's finish the project. Kung kulang yung chimney, let's reach out to as many barangays and communities and potters as possible, lalo na yung mga walang trabaho, para matrain, para gumawa ng pottery. Improve the designs. Design Center can also help. DTI is there. Yung Go Negosyo, yan ang role ninyo, negosyo centers, and tumulong tayo sa marketing. Yan, that's what I can also help you. And in this digital world, lahat pwede nyong ilagay sa inyong Facebook. Tapos, gawa tayo, kailan nyo gustong i-schedule, I'll make it available. The Balay Nga Bato, you can have a permanent exhibit ng inyong mga produkto para kung may order sila, hindi lang yung bigay ko sa inyo 1 week. Hindi. Permanente kayo maglagay doon. Inventaryo para walang mawala, walang mabasag. Tapos for orders, they know where to order para may puntahan. Kasi syempre hindi makapunta sa UA. Syempre hindi makapunta sa Bari. Pero pag nasa Balay Nga Bato, tas isang room doon, ide-devote ko sa pottery of Antique. Then we can have guest potters. Yon. At saka the way forward then is the course curriculum that Dr. Crespo mentioned. Then we can have Cheryl show her home-based project born during the pandemic. Ang ganda-ganda ng gawa ng batang ito. At si Sigrid din, yung kanyang ilang dekada na community-based naman sa Sagada, pwedeng lecturer. Siyempre, iba-ibang estilo. Ibang-iba gumagawa ng bricks. Iba gumagawa ng kalan. Hindi naman din yung makikinis sa makikintab, hindi ba? Iba, pag tea sommelier, iba syempre yung gawa, diba? Pero we can all exchange information. So, thank you so much. Why is this relevant? Because it is a rural livelihood. In this era of climate change, apektado ang ating mga trabaho sa probinsya, sa rural areas, sa kanayunan. That's why we are supporting it. And we're going back to basics, using the wealth of our soil, of our land, sustainably for resilient rural livelihoods. Again, the deadly trio of climate change: weak or poor urban governance, ecosystems decline, and vulnerable rural livelihoods. We are discussing today vulnerable rural livelihoods. Para na ako nag-lecture, di ba, Dr. Crespo? Siguro dapat ako,
Correct.
dapat siguro ako'y lecturer nyo. Hindi naman bawal ang congresswoman or senator na nag-lecture sa SUC. Basta wag mo ko sweldohan o yung sweldo ko i-donate mo sa mga potters. I would like to teach Climate Change 101, basic climate change in the 4 campuses regardless of their major. Ako ay magtuturo ng climate change para alam nila. Pag sinabi ko, ano yung deadly trio? Ano yung deadly trio, Dr. Crespo? Ayan, memoryado mo na.
Yeah.
Diba, ganun? Then I can have all my video and art cards. And what is climate change adaptation and mitigation? Ayan. So, ina nyo, nagkataon, most of our guests are women because on March 8th, it's International Women's Day. The whole month of March is a celebration of Women's Month. We also have male potters. Saludo ako sa inyo. But I also congratulate the women weavers of Antique, the women potters of Antique, the women researchers, teachers, academicians, healthcare workers, agriculture workers, even fisher folks, indigenous persons, and many more. And I also salute the men who respect and love the women. Okay, so it's 11:40. This is your Inday Lauren Legarda, working from Metro Manila, missing Antique. But of course, my projects are rolled out every day in Antique. We're always giving away something to address the need of our dear Kasimanwas. Thank you, University of Antique, for being our partner in most of my projects, whether DOST, ITDI, or DTI-SSF, and many more. And I hope our Bamboo Center, that will be another topic in the future. Again, I would repeat, inclusivity. The poorest person, nahihiya pumunta o lumabas ng bahay o baka walang tsinelas o pamasahe, tulungan sila. Our role is to help uplift the lives of people. So I bring the technology to the provinces, to the academe, not to be elitist behind tall walls, but to embed it in the barangay so that the people can have access and be empowered for their micro enterprises. And young people like Sigrid and Cheryl can share their expertise and their talent with them. And our potters also in the barangays can share what they know with people in Metro Manila and in the Cordillera as well. So, duro gid nga salamat. We will show the art cards of our pottery and the contact details of all our guests this morning. So, happy Women's Day on Monday. Congratulations to all our speakers and guests. I wish we had more time for all of this. And duro gid nga salamat.
Duro nga salamat.
Durog na salamat.
We miss you. We miss you, DSL.
Yes, paalala niyo po sa lahat ng mga scholar ko sa UA.
Tayo may pinakamaraming scholar
I
among
know.
universities and colleges. Salamat, Ma'am Deputy Speaker.
Tayo ang pinakamaraming scholar, buong probinsya yata scholar ko na. Totoo yan. Tayo rin ang pinakamaraming dole tupad workers, sabi ni Secretary Bello. Talagang umaapaw ang bulig sa Antique. Ay, ang sipag ng inyong Inday, Loren, 3 oras lang ang tulog. Okay, bye.
Salamat,
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Salamat, ma'am.